Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from sacredsoulempowerment.com, and I'm here to do a short soul reflections video for you on the new moon solar eclipse at 23 degrees Sagittarius that we have coming up on December 14th, 2020. Now this is the second of two eclipses. Just to review, we have already had a full moon lunar eclipse on November 30th at 8 degrees of Gemini. And now we have this new moon solar eclipse, as I said, coming up mid-month in December. So it's a powerful end to the year of 2020 because eclipses are all about endings and new beginnings. They're about completions and initiations, and they bring intensified energies of sudden redirections or changes oftentimes in our lives depending on where they fall in your astrological chart. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint as to where that eclipse falls in your chart depending on what sign of the zodiac you are. But first, just a couple of things about what this new moon solar eclipse is all about. As we talked about, full moons are about endings and completion. New moons are about new beginnings. So with this solar eclipse in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is the 9th sign of the zodiac. It's a fire sign. It's a mutable sign. So it's full of energy and passion and movement and transition and creativity and inspiration. So this is an opportunity for us with this new moon solar eclipse to focus on our goals in the future. What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? What's the next step on your path? It's about expanding your horizons or expanding into a new vision, because that's what Sagittarius likes to do. It's going to be considered a bold new beginning for all of us. And there's a lot of things going on in this month of December. So not just only these eclipses, but I'm going to be doing a separate video on the fact that both Jupiter and Saturn are moving out of Capricorn, where they've been for all of the year of 2020, and they're going to be moving into Aquarius. So you'll want to make sure to watch that short video as well. But with these eclipses bringing in the changes at the end of this year and heralding us into this new energy of 2021, again, it's considered a bold new beginning for us, and it could bring some surprises and it could bring some redirections that we weren't expected. So stay confident and stay optimistic, because that's the Sagittarius way. And this is an energy where the universe might have something bigger in store for you than you even know. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at where does this new moon solar eclipse fall in your chart. Now, of course, everybody has a particular time of birth, which sets up your astrological chart in a particular way. So know that this is the solar houses that this new moon solar eclipse falls in. If you were to go to an astrologer with your actual birth chart, according to your actual birth time, it may in fact fall into a different house of the zodiac, but both the birth time chart as well as the solar house chart are both going to be accurate as far as the areas of your life where this new moon solar eclipse is going to affect you, okay? So if you're in Aries, this new moon solar eclipse lands in your 9th house. Remember, solar eclipse, new moon, new beginnings, initiating something new. And you can be initiating the new energy, or the universe can be initiating the new energy, or both. So with Aries, this solar eclipse falls in your 9th house of expanded vision, new learning opportunities, new ability to expand your horizons. Now, oftentimes the 9th house deals with long distance travel. I know that that's a little limited for all of us here, but you can also travel with your mind as well as with your physical body. So it can bring in, again, this idea of expanding your mind, expanding your knowledge, maybe taking some new classes, maybe teaching some new classes, connecting with other people of various cultures, maybe through, again, social networking, etc. And kind of honing in on what is your belief system. What do you believe as far as yourself and your life, and what are your philosophies in life? That's what this new solar eclipse is going to activate for you. If you're a Taurus, this new moon solar eclipse at 23 degrees of Sagittarius will fall into your 8th house. Now again, this is solar houses. So in your 8th house, this is going to activate the death and rebirth process. It's going to activate transformation. It's going to activate empowerment issues. It's going to activate the areas of life that deal with other people's money, values, or resources, or your partner's money, values, or resources. It's going to activate the deep subconscious patterns of your psyche that may be in need of healing. In other words, the shadow side of your beingness that needs to have the light shine down upon it to transmute some of those shadow ego patterns. If you're a Gemini, this new moon solar eclipse falls in your 7th house. The 7th house is the house of relationships and partnerships. Now, this could be romantic partnerships, it could be business partnerships, any kind of one-on-one relationship. So it even includes family members and friends, those that you're really close with and have an emotional bond with. So it's activating something new in regards to these relationships and the idea of equality and compromise and balance and harmony within these relationships. The 7th house sometimes also deals with contracts, counseling, therapy. It deals with court or court trials, etc. But the main thing we focus on here is with the relationships. If you're a Cancer, this new moon solar eclipse falls into the 6th house. Now, the 6th house rules our health, our physical health and well-being. It rules our job or what we do for a living. It rules the service that we provide to other people, oftentimes through the job, or it could be through volunteer work, some sort of service-oriented energy. And it also involves the day-to-day details or the day-to-day aspects of our lives, the things that we have to take care of on a day-to-day basis, things that we need to organize and prioritize, and things that we need to get done, etc. So there could be something new being activated with your job or in a health-related area here. If you're a Leo, this solar eclipse lands in your 5th house. So the 5th house is about children, so it could be activating something new, a new direction, a new idea in regards to children and possibly grandchildren. This is also the house of creative self-expression or your creative abilities. So definitely activating something new here in the creative arena for you. The 5th house rules fun and enjoyment and entertainment. It rules the inner child as well. So all of these things, or some of these things, could be activated with that solar eclipse for you, Leo. If you're a Virgo, this solar eclipse activates or lands in your 4th house of home and family. So this could be something about your living situation that's changing or being initiated. Maybe you're moving, or maybe you're just redecorating or adding on or doing something new with the house itself. Again, this could be something new within the family dynamics. Could be some sort of activation here. The 4th house is also about your ancestry, the history of where you come from. This can be genetic ancestry, spiritual ancestry. It can be the deepest essence of who you are at a very deep soul level, and that it's bringing up this activation of your soul's inner truth in some way. So all of these things for you, Virgo, could be activated. If you're a Libra, the solar eclipse lands in your 3rd house. Now, the 3rd house deals with all kinds of speaking, teaching, writing, all forms of communication, our thoughts, our ideas, our perceptions. And again, the learning process. It also rules brothers and sisters. It also rules neighbors or the neighborhood in our environment. But the biggest thing here is that it's activating something new with our perceptions or way of understanding something, or our way in communicating something with other people. If you are a Scorpio, this new moon solar eclipse lands in your 2nd house. And the 2nd house is the house of your personal resources, your personal values. And this oftentimes brings in money, finances, etc., because that's part of your personal resources. But it's not just money and finances, it's also your time, your efforts. Those are all your personal resources as well. But know that there may, in fact, be some new beginning in regards to your financial security and well-being, how you make your money, how you spend your money, etc. If you're a Sagittarius, of course, this new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius falls in your first house. And that's the house of the projected self-image, your personality, how people see you. So it really, to me, means that you're going to project yourself in more of an optimistic, happy-go-lucky kind of way, inspirational way. You're going to feel more uplifted. You're going to feel lighter than maybe you have in times past. You're going to see more of the broad vision of where you want to go in life, where you want to expand your life or yourself into as far as life. So that's really exciting for you, Sagittarius. Of course, being a Sagittarius and having the solar eclipse be in the sign of Sagittarius could definitely bring some endings, new beginnings, changes, and redirections for you. If you're a Capricorn, this new moon solar eclipse lands in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is the house of the spiritual realm, the house of karma, past lives, things that are unseen or intangible. It rules mental health. It rules institutions like hospitals. It rules the dream time. It rules our ability to connect with our angels and guides and our own psychic senses and psychic abilities and healing abilities. So there could be some sort of activation here in those areas of life for you. If you're an Aquarius, this solar eclipse lands in your 11th house. And the 11th house rules groups of like-minded people, organizations of people that share a common ideal or goal, friends, acquaintances, networking, your hopes, dreams, and wishes. So those are all things that could be activated by a new beginning for you, Aquarius. And then the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, this solar eclipse is going to land in your 10th house. And the 10th house is about your career path, your life path, your destiny path, who you are out in the world, owning your own sense of authority, being your own authority, or dealing with authority figures. Another thing I should mention is that the 10th house rules the authority parent, which is usually the father. And going back to the 4th house, for those of you that are Virgo, the 4th house rules the nurturing parent, which oftentimes is the mother, but oftentimes those can be flip-flopped or both. So that is where those energies land for each sign of the zodiac. If you want to know more, you want to know something more specific in regards to where it actually falls in your birth chart according to your birth time, you can always contact an astrologer that you trust and get a personalized reading for that. So sending you lots of love and light, everyone. I hope this has been a helpful short video for you. Make sure to look for other short videos on things that are upcoming, like that Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Aquarius that's coming up in December. Sending you all lots of love and light and many holiday wishes. Namaste.